So I hope a part of you was enjoying that music, because I did. I was moving my body the way we know how to do on our seats. If you know people that can dance, you know that is on the chair that they can dance. When they stand up, it's not really working. But anyways, I enjoyed that. That was Youssou N'Dour. He's a singer-songwriter, and he was actually the former Minister of Tourism of Senegal. So I'm playing you a bit of Senegal and Mali jams and music. Why am I doing that? Because someone's origin is from there. And you know, on this show we go deeper into your origin. We take you back home. You would look and be like, am I in Regina or am I back home? So that's what we're doing right here on the Naija Show. So permit me to introduce my guest in the house today, and of course, one and only Flany Ba. Flany, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, nice to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
How does it feel listening to that music?
It's been a while. I haven't heard it like outside of my car.
You know the feeling when you're listening to music, you're like, am I the only one enjoying this? Because I can put on the radio and hear this.
No, not at all.
See, that's why you have to tune into the Naija Show every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. I really enjoy that music. Like yesterday, I literally turned Senegalese yesterday because I was listening to all the music. Just so that I could create my playlist up for today. So good to have you join us in the studio. Flany Ba is a Canadian artist, and she's also a DEI consultant of West African, Senegal, and Mali origin. So that's why my playlist today is having a bit of Senegalese, Mali, and of course Nigerian flow. Because the first song I played to you was Afroculture, and that was by Flavor and Baba Mal. I think Baba Mal is it? Baba Mal is from Senegal, yes, and then Nigeria also. So I was like, you know what? We're joining together, like
perfect match.
We're colliding. So how has it been in Regina, Saskatchewan? How long have you been here?
So I've been here for almost 12 years now.
Whoa.
Yes. I moved from Montreal and came here because I wanted to discover the world, and I ended up in Regina.
What a way to discover the world.
I know.
Like everyone's like, everyone says I ended up in Regina.
Yeah.
Okay, but at least love didn't bring you to Regina, right?
Not really. I wanted to get out of Montreal because I grew up in Montreal my whole life, and I just felt like I've been all around the island. I knew everybody there, which is very funny that I came to Regina after. But yeah, I applied for jobs everywhere in the world, like in South America, in Europe, and then I found one in Regina.
And Regina said, "We need you.
Exactly.
Come here."
Exactly.
And do you like it so far?
I like it. It's fine. Yeah.
How's your community been like?
It's good. I think I had an experience that's a bit different from a lot of people because I'm a dancer, but the type of dance I do is social dance, partner dance, and so wherever I go, the first thing I do is to look for the local dance scene, and that's what I did here, and that's mainly how I was able to get friends and community here. I know other people that don't have that, it's a lot harder building community here because I like to say that Regina is a city, but it kept a lot of the rural mindset where people have like a set community, set group of friends by the time they leave high school or by the time they're starting university, and after that it's very hard for them to get new people in. So I think I didn't get that challenge because in the dance community it's a lot more open and a lot easier to make connections.
I envy you because most times I go into conversations and then somehow you find out that they know each other. Either they attended the same school, high school, university, and you're like, okay, I just came here. Where are my friends? Where are my people? Dance is also something that I like, and in case anyone missed that, she's a dancer. Please hear that loud out, because for me, dance is a mode of expression for me. Once I just want to express myself, I dance on my chair at home where nobody's seeing me. That's what I do. But that's why we have people like you, people who bring out the dance. Because I was going through your profile, I saw someone that you helped see through dancing. Because your kind of dance, let me just even start with that. You said it's a partner dance.
Yes.
Kizomba.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, let's even start with that.
Okay.
What is Kizomba?
Okay. how long do you have?
When someone says, how long do you have? My heart literally flew out of me right now. Okay, so just give us a brief,
Yes,
for someone who wants to know about Kizomba.
Yes, to be brief, Kizomba is a partner dance that comes from Angola and other Portuguese-speaking countries in Africa. So you have Sao Tome and Principe, Cabo Verde, you have Guinea-Bissau, Mozambique. All of them are parts of the continent that will dance Kizomba. And it's a dance that, it's a community-based dance. It's a dance that has served a lot to help people heal from the trauma of war, because it's a good tie to culture. And so when there was the civil war in Angola, a lot of the families sent their kids to Portugal or to Europe. And so you had thousands or millions of young Angolans that were in a country they didn't know. And the only one they had to connect to their culture and to reminisce of their home and their families was to get together in someone's house, cook their food and dance Kizomba. And so this is how Kizomba kind of moved from Africa into Europe and now North America and everywhere in the world. Actually, you can dance Kizomba.
This is why I love history, because somehow you get enlightened. I love the way you explain that. And you're a Kizomba dancer and you're also an instructor.
Yes.
Why Kizomba for you?
For me, so, okay, I've always had a fascination. Well, I'm a dancer since I've been a kid, right? I've danced many types of dances, but I've always had a fascination with partner dance. And for some reason as well, I've always been interested in dances that have an African root. So all of the dances that I do and that I enjoy doing have some type of African root. Salsa, bachata, like all of this is kind of based on part of African rhythms and African movement. But Kizomba is really one of the dances that was born on the continent, and it's very creative and very free, and the connection that you see in there is very special. So when the first time I saw Kizomba, I was like, oh wow, this is what I want to do, and I forgot about everything else.
Whoa,
yeah,
you fell in love immediately.
Oh, immediately. Yeah.
So for Kizomba, you talk about the partner dance. How is there any way you can explain how? Because it kind of like looks too close.
Well, yeah, this is something that I have to educate people on a lot, because we usually see our dances with a different cultural lens. You have to take into account that Kizomba is a dance that comes from Africa, right?
Yeah.
And so the proximity to each other is very different than when you are in Europe, in North America. Like in Africa, we tend to stand closer together, right? And so you should see Kizomba as giving a hug to someone. Oftentimes people see how people hold each other in Kizomba and they automatically think, okay, it's romantic, it's sexual, etc. No, it is what you make it. So just to give you context, people in Angola, when they start dancing Kizomba from when they're small, and they start dancing with their family members, so brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, parents, grandparents. So they start dancing like that, and then of course the way you dance with your family member is not going to be the way you dance with your significant other. So you have to know the cause, and it's really about connection. And I like to say that partner dances are a lot like languages, right? You're talking without using your mouth, right?
Non-verbal communication.
Exactly. You're communicating with your stance, with your movement, and it's a really good way of understanding people, but on another level.
So they're kind of like a close relationship with the next person that you're dancing with. Now, you started that in Regina here. How has that been?
It's been interesting. There's a lot of education that goes with it, because well, Saskatchewan in general is very conservative, and you also have, so I'm dealing with that, but also the fact that there is there's this fear of dance and movement.
Fear of dance?
Yeah, like I feel people here, and I think it may have to do with the conservatism, but the religion, a little bit as well of colonialism. People, every time they come in my class, or every time I try to teach them, the first thing they tell me is like, okay, I can't dance. They're really afraid of judgment, and I think the way people see the body here, and I'm talking in general, right, in the culture, the body is and dance is strongly associated with sexuality, which is not always the case. The body is a body, right? If you make it sexual, it will be sexual, but most of our time, like in our days, our body is not sexual, right?
Yeah.
And so I feel people forget that, and they bring that lens when they come to dance. And we also have to take into account that if you look at what dance is here dance is something little girls do, right? So then when you ask men to dance, it's like as if you're attacking their masculinity.
Wait,
right?
Now going back to that dance, does it have to be a male and a female dance?
No,
it doesn't have to.
No, it doesn't have to be. Typically when you're going to dance Kizomba at a party, and typically you're gonna dance, if you're a woman, you're gonna dance with a man, and vice versa. But there are times where men will dance together or women will dance together. It really depends on what you like, the context. People won't look at you badly if you're dancing with a man or with a woman or with a man. Yeah.
Now you started a studio here, a dance studio, a Kizomba dance studio. For those who took part of the classes, what was the experience?
Oh no, we had a lot of fun. My dance classes would come with a lot of cultural teaching, because it's important to understand where the dance comes from, what the codes are. It's important also to get the right information to people, so that we're not spreading misinformation, and explain why we're doing things the way we're doing, so that I can ensure that there is the due honor and respect that is given to whatever art form we're doing. And it's really fun. So we have games, we have lots of things, and it's also a really great way to build friendships, do something outside of working, and challenge yourself a little bit.
And for you, dancing, what does dancing do for you?
Oh wow, dancing for me is it's everything. It's a form of expression, it's a form of reconnecting with roots, it's a form of like healing and self-care and everything. Love. Yeah.
Okay, now we're still going to talk about more about Kizomba and its origin, because I'm really enjoying this conversation. And you're also over here in Regina, you do that, and you're also a DEI consultant, right?
Yes.
How has that experience been?
It's been good. I've been working on some very interesting projects. So yeah, I concentrate in the arts because I'm an artist. I work in the arts as well, and I do some DEI consultancy in the arts.
Yeah, and when I say DEI, diversity,
yes,
equity, and inclusion, so that we don't get lost along the line. Do you sometimes miss them? Have you been to, because you mentioned your origins, Senegal and Mali, have you been there?
Oh,
because
yes,
you weren't born there, right?
No, I wasn't born there. Yes, I've been there quite a few times, actually. Well, quite a few times, I mean.
Like once or twice?
No, more than that. Like, I've been to Mali maybe 3-4 times, and then to Senegal like 5. I've actually lived in Senegal for like around 8 months when in 2017 I was finishing my master's degree, and my classes were online. I didn't have a job, and I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna take my stuff and I'm gonna go spend the winter in Senegal. And so I did that. It was great. I've lived in other places in Africa, or visited other places in Africa as well. So I know the countries like Senegal and Mali. I wouldn't say that I know them by heart.
You know the language? Let me put you on a hot spot.
No. No. I understand some things. It's a bit complex, right? Because my parents, they're not from the same ethnic group, right? So at home we spoke French, and so I grew up speaking French. I started in 2020. I started learning the both languages, so the dominant language in Mali and the dominant language in Senegal, and the dominant language in Mali was a lot easier for me to learn than the one in Senegal. So I got better a lot faster. But then after a while, I had to stop, and I haven't started back yet, and I'm not practicing too much. So right now it's very rusty, but I'm planning to start up again very soon.
What do you like most about either Senegal or Mali? Because you said you spent 8 months in Senegal.
Yeah.
So what did you like most about Senegal?
I think it was nice seeing what, like, the reality of what things are over there. The food is amazing. It has the best food in Africa, and I stand on this.
I am Nigerian.
You guys can fight me all the time. I do not care. You know, we're not going to start a jollof rice war, but I just have to drop it here that jollof rice comes from Senegal.
She has the nerves to tell a Nigerian on her show that her rice is better, but it's one level.
No, I didn't say it's better. I said the original is from Senegal.
Okay.
So we have the true recipe, and that's why we're never part of the jollof rice. We're just looking at you. You guys can fight, and I enjoy all of them, but of course Senegalese one is like really close to my heart because this is what I grew up eating, right? So the food is really good, and it's by, it's a coastal country, right? So it's by the beach. I was able to go to the beach every day. I like, people are very nice. So we have a word that we call teranga, and teranga means like, it's like the art of receiving or hosting people, right? And so that's super important. So whenever you go to Senegal, people will always receive you well. You'll have food, you have things to drink. Like, people are very, very nice. It's the culture is so rich, and I don't know Nigeria very well, but from what I've seen, I think it's a bit similar, that the people dress very nicely. So when I was in Senegal, I did an internship when I was there, and I would go to work, wear my little working suit that I usually wore here, and it was like a fashion show at work. Like, the ladies were wearing their grand boubou with the hair tie.
We're very flamboyant.
I know, and it was just beautiful. And when I came back here, everything was, in French I would say fad, like almost tasteless. Oh wow, I cannot speak English. Tasteless. Yes, tasteless.
Yeah.
And like, everything was gray or black, or not. Yeah, it was an experience.
Yeah, that's one thing about Africa. Some people would say exaggerate, but I think that we just like to, like a peacock.
Exactly. It's not exaggerating.
Africans are very proud of where they are, and once you go there, I think for every African country, I wouldn't say every African country, but I think it's something that we have, that we're very welcoming. You see people coming, and I think that's why it kind of hurts when we go outside our shores of Africa, and then we don't witness that same warmth. We feel that pain. Let me say it that way. But Flany is not going anywhere. Flany is a Canadian artist. We've learned so much about Kizomba dance. She's also an instructor, which means that she can teach you how to move.
Exactly.
Okay. We'll have more discussions after the break, but for now, let's enjoy this one. This one is another one that I like, which I feel I can Kizomba too. So while you're listening to the music, I and Flany will be trying to, what do they call the word now? Will I say move your waist? What's that Kizomba slang? Just
dance.
Yeah. Okay, I and Flany will try to dance over here. So enjoy this one from Joe File, and he calls on for Campe. We'll be right back after the break. I still have Flany Ba. Flany Ba is a creative artist and a DI consultant right here in Regina, Saskatchewan. We talked about the Kizomba dance. She's a dancer. Yeah, she knows how to move her body, basically. And she was giving me some of the moves, and I totally enjoyed it. So just in case you're looking for leisure, Flany Ba. Don't do like me and spell it as double N. It's Flany. Flany Ba. I wonder if Flany has a meaning, or it's just a name.
It does have a meaning.
It does have a meaning. What does Flany mean?
So it's
Okay,
gonna
she
be
had to
funny. It's gonna be funny. Flany is actually not supposed to be a name. It's a nickname that we give twins. So Flany means twin. Fla in Bamanankan is two, and so Flany means two.
Two.
Yeah.
So are you a twin?
I am not, but I am called after. So I don't know if you do that as well in Nigeria, but we often name people after other people, right? So I'm named after someone who was named after a twin. And so basically it's a funny story. My aunt, I'm named after my aunt. When she was born, they asked her uncle to go and register her at City Hall. And instead of putting the actual name of the person on her birth certificate, he put Flany.
Oh,
yeah. So which is the nickname, and so now it kind of stuck, and I'm Flany.
And now you're Flany as well.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I love the story. That's a very interesting one. And we're talking about the fact that I said, sometimes you just want to, express yourself. For me, dance is. It makes me happy when I dance. If I can dance, it does that for me. And giving that opportunity for lots of people in Regina to learn it through the African eye is a good thing that you're doing in Regina, Saskatchewan here. I think you're the first one doing Kizomba dance.
Yes.
Was that challenging for you?
Yes and no. And I often say that I started teaching Kizomba because I selfishly wanted to dance Kizomba.
Okay.
When I was in Montreal, I was dancing that, and when I came here there was none of it, so I started teaching, and that's basically how it got started. It wasn't difficult. I did tell people, okay, because when I started I wasn't as proficient as I am now, so I was telling my students I am not like an expert at it, right, but I'm learning, and then I just want to share with you. And so little by little I started teaching, and a really cool thing is that when you teach, then you also learn as well, right? So I started teaching, I kept learning. I would travel to take classes, to do master classes, workshops, trainings, and so I would come back and keep teaching my students, right? And that's pretty much how it went. It gave me a good excuse and a lot of opportunities to travel, to meet new people, to discover new countries or new parts of the country. And so I really enjoyed the process. It wasn't difficult. I think the most difficult part is getting people into the class. Yeah, like I said before.
Is it out of the fact that people don't know about African dance, or they don't necessarily want to participate in that?
Well, like I said before, there is a little bit of a stigma around dance in Saskatchewan, period. There's the fact also that people don't know it. But the people who are usually interested in coming to this type of dance class, they're usually not born and raised in Saskatchewan.
Okay.
Yeah. If they are, they've been dancers for a long time, or they've been part of some kind of dance community for a while. And it's very funny because when I first started, some of my most regular students were people who were a lot older, and who I think remember a time when there were social dances in Saskatchewan, right? And so that was very interesting, actually.
You have a workshop coming up. You mentioned Komba when I played for Campe. It's a very popular song, which I liked. I will try to give you a bit of hint of it again, because I really, really, really enjoy the music. So let me see if I can get that again, so that you can have a feel of it. Because I think you said you want to... The workshop will be about the song.
Yeah,
basically.
Kompa.
Okay. Let me allow them have a feel of the song again. So that's it. If you missed it when I played it, that's the end. I know.
That's just what you're playing. Yes, good song. Why are you doing this to us?
I know. It's like, when I'm teasing you, like, you want to hear it again.
That's too mean, man.
Okay.
Ça fait mal.
Okay, so what's the workshop about?
Yes, so basically this song from Doit Filer is a compa song, and compa is a music genre and dance that comes from Haiti. And a very funny fact is that compa has had a big influence as well on Kizomba. So you may see a lot of people will dance Kizomba to compa. and that's okay. But Compa has its own dance jar, which is what the workshop is gonna be about. So on April 4th at 1 p.m. at New Dance Horizon, we have a great Compa workshop that's gonna be happening. It's $35. It's gonna be from 1 till 4 p.m. and it's gonna be so fun. So if you want to discover what Compa is like, this is the place to be.
Okay, let me give you another feel of it because she said it hurts.
Yes, it does.
Na na na. Na na na. Na na na. I think at this point right now he should employ us as his backup singers and dancers.
You know that we have beautiful voices. You're on the radio every week.
We'll just be doing the da da da.
Exactly. We can do. We're gonna be the best na-na-na'ers ever, and then we can do our little two-step, right?
Two-step. Yeah, because she was teaching me that. I told you while we went on the break that she was gonna be teaching me some Kizomba moves, and she did. So you can go on my Instagram page at The Naija Show with Rita, and when I post it, I will see if I didn't hurt myself while doing that, and then I'll post it, and then you can look at it. But in case you're also interested in Kizomba dance, you could also go to Flany Ba on an Instagram page. That's Flany.
Yes,
and
dot B. No, just my last name initial. And okay. You can send me a message. I can add you to the Kizomba channel. So I have a channel for the dance classes because right now I'm doing free dance classes on Thursdays at 6:45 at the university. It's when I'm available, and it's a good way, you know, for people who want to discover and to build a little bit of a community. It's been really great. We've had awesome people in there and we have a lot of fun, so
yeah, I'm
inviting you to come.
Okay, we'll definitely be there. Thursdays, what time again?
6:45.
6:45. Till dawn. Until
Saturday. No, it's until 8 p.m. at the latest.
Okay. So keep it a date there. On Thursdays, she has a free classes at the University of Regina. Come experience, you know, what she's been saying since. Just come see, come watch. And then probably you might move a step or two because she's a very good teacher. Trust me, she is one. Now, I mentioned earlier that she's a DI consultant, and gradually we're talking about, you know, how the society is in Saskatchewan, a bit conservative. What has been your role as a DI, that's diversity, equity, and inclusion consultant in Saskatchewan?
Yeah, so I specialize more I specialize more on the learning experience, so creating experiences for people to have conversation, to learn, to have a shift of understanding. And I've built a couple of online courses on that topic, and workshops and things like that. So I go through topics like microaggressions, what diversity is, what equity is, like intercultural relationships.
Do you think that there's a deep understanding of that here in Regina or in Saskatchewan? No. Why? Because we talk about it a lot. Like everyone will say, I know it. I know DEI.
Yes. So people know, like they know it, but they don't live it, basically. Because a lot of the aspects. So basically the way DEI is practiced right now, it's and you have to go through that. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing, and I'm not necessarily criticizing. We're all moving forward, and my hope is that we keep moving forward. But a lot of times we do DEI and we focus on the numbers of people, but we don't actually focus on the impact. So are people really feeling included and treated fairly and equitably? We don't really do that, right? And so we could have a company that has great numbers in terms of representation, etc., but you will still see cases where the treatment is different depending what you look like.
So basically can we say we are ticking the box?
Yeah.
But not necessarily living it.
Exactly.
So what does, like, if you want to tell someone more about how we can have a more inclusive society, what does that entail? How can we actually practice it, live it within ourselves?
Yes. So that's a very good question. I would say the first thing we have to do is really to get acquainted with people who are different than you, and really listen to them, and pay attention to your reaction, right? So when you are surprised that they do something different, then that's something that you need to sit with, because we usually have an idea of what normal is, and we don't often realize that what we think is normal is not actually normal for everybody, right? And so understand that something being different is just different. It's not better or worse necessarily. It's just a different way of doing things. So trying to understand what value judgment we put on things, and asking ourselves why we're doing this, and then looking at I'm sorry, I have
taken so much of Flany's, like, you know, when someone's draining you, that's what I've done to you. But she's still explaining what DEI, so I'll allow you continue.
Yes, so sorry. In French we say I have a cat in my throat. So yes, so really identifying what value judgment we put on things and why we're putting them, and trying to basically dismantle that, like reroute our associations in our brains.
So it's still a work in progress in Saskatchewan. Yeah. And what do you hope for?
Well, I am hoping for a place where everybody feels valued, and doesn't matter what you look like, and you can live and not having to be stressed or thinking or anticipating how people will abuse you in your everyday life, right? Not having to watch your back all the time, because I don't know about you, but I know a lot of people who look like me, and even I walk through this society, and I'm always having to be on high alert and making sure that everything is square, so that when someone complains or when someone tries to do something, because I know it's gonna happen, I have all the receipts that I can, dish out and be like, look, I did this, I did that, you did this, you did that, this is not normal, look at this, the regulations. So,
and somehow there's more pressure on you, and it's like the law applies greater on you because of the color of your skin.
Yeah, exactly. So people, I feel, are very overzealous when they are monitoring or looking at people that don't look like them, right? Especially, so sometimes, you go to a place and they will just enable everybody to do whatever, but then when it's you, they start looking and making sure, surveilling you to make sure that you are actually worth being here.
And I don't think anyone deserves that.
No.
And that is what DEI is all about. Not necessarily about the name, but inclusive in body and spirit. I'll put it that way, internally and externally, not just on the surface level. It's been a pleasure having you, Flany Ba. Don't forget to join her workshop. And her workshop is what day? That's April 4th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at New Dance Horizons. You can go to her Instagram page at Flany, FLANY .B to find out more about this. And in case you're also interested in Kizomba, it's been a pleasure. I will definitely drag you back in if possible. Okay, I'm going to end with this one because she said I can play this because it's nice. And this one is from Kizomba Sapology. All right. Do have a wonderful, I feel like saying do have a Sapology weekend, but I'm very sure I'm saying rubbish. So do have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And this is us saying goodbye for now till next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. We couldn't even. I looked at it. I was like, okay. Yeah.
Hello, mister. Oh la la.